Hello dear students. This is the lecture number 5 for current electricity. In last lecture we have seen a very basic numerical based on Kirchhoff's laws. Now this is the numerical number 2 in which two loops are included, and let's see how to solve this numerical. So without wasting time, let's begin. So this is our second question. Find the current through each resistance. The circuit network is given. So what is given in the diagram? There are three batteries are given, 20 volt, 10 volt and 20 volt. Three resistances are given, 10 ohm, 10 ohm and 10 ohm. What we have to find? We have to find the current through each resistance. By using what? Yes, what we are learning? Kirchhoff's laws. So we are going to solve this numerical step by step by using Kirchhoff's law. So what is our first step of solving this equation? Step first is nothing but draw a current from any cell or each cell. So it is as per your wish. Draw current. So you can draw a current either of these cells. Three cells are available for you, 20 volt, 10 volt and 20 volt. So you can draw a current from either three cells, either two cells as per your wish. So I am drawing current from both the 20 volt batteries. That is nothing but from this 20 volt I will draw the current I2, and from this 20 volt battery I will draw the current I1. It is totally up to you that from which battery you want to draw the current. Someone can draw current from this 10 volt I. If suppose I am drawing a current I from this 10 volt battery, it will get divided here I1 and I2. So finally our answer is going to be same. Whatever be the current you are drawing from each cell or either of the cells, it's okay. So I have drawn the currents I1 and I2 from 20 and 20 volt battery because I look this circuit as a symmetrical circuit. At here it is the 20 volt and 10 ohm resistance, 10 ohm resistance, 20 volt battery. So by looking at this circuit, it comes to know that it is symmetrical circuit. So I am drawing the current in this way. So doesn't matter, you can draw as per your wish. Now let's move towards the second step. So what is our second step? Second step is nothing but the choosing the loop. So step 2, I'm choosing the two loops. So in this circuit here are two loops. So first name the circuit as A, B, C, D, E, F. So anyway you can give the names to this circuit. So you can see this can be your loop number 1, this can be your loop number 2. So two loops are available here. So we are going to solve step by step. So first we will choose the loop 1. Loop 1 is, I am selecting this loop A, B, C, F, A. So this is our first loop. Now we are going to write the equation for this loop. Before writing the equation, the important thing is nothing but mark the direction. So you have two options. You can mark the direction either clockwise or anti-clockwise, doesn't matter. So I am marking the direction as a clockwise path. So how clockwise path can be written in terms of arrow? In this way. So these are my arrows for clockwise direction. If you take anti-clockwise, doesn't matter. So I have chosen the clockwise direction. I am mentioning here clockwise. My loop name is here. Now I am writing the equation for this loop. As I told you, the sign conventions, if there are only batteries present in the circuit, what direction we look for? We look only for the path. Okay, what is the direction of path? According to that, we give the sign for this battery's potential. And for resistance, we look for the path of this clockwise path as well as the path of current or direction of current. Both we consider for giving the signs. Now, one more thing I want to mention here, nothing but this current I1 is flowing through this circuit. Means it is started from 20 volt. That is nothing but from AB branch I1 current is flowing. Same current will go through BC branch. So I am marking here same current I1. Okay. Look here. I2 current is flowing through this DE branch. same current will flow through this DC branch. So at this point, C is nothing but the junction point. So at this junction point, current will get combined. Means whatever the current coming from BC and DC will get combined and will flow from this CF. So how much current is coming from BC? I1. How much current is flowing from DC? I2. So this I1 plus I2 together will flow through this CF. Clear? This is what happens in case of 2 loops, 3 loops, 4 loop circuit. While considering single loop, it is okay, single current flow through the circuit. But if there are 2 loops, current will get combined. One more thing you have to keep in mind is nothing but whatever the current we are drawing from the battery. For example, from this 20 volt battery, we are drawing the current I1. So you have to return the current I1 to this 20 volt. Okay. So if you are drawing current I2 from this 20 volt battery, you have to return this I2 to this 20 volt again. So whatever current you are drawing from the battery, you have to give it in return. Okay. If you are drawing I2 and you are giving I1 in return, it is not acceptable. Okay. So this thing is very much important. You have to keep in mind. Now let's write the equation for loop number 1 A, B, C, F, A, which is in clockwise direction. So let's write the equation. Begin with this 20 volt. So for 20 volt, I'm writing here 20, and what will be the sign for this 20 volt? According to our sign convention, this is negative, this is positive, and just look at this path. How it is flowing? It is from negative to positive terminal. That means which sign we have to give? If potential is going from lower to higher, negative to positive, means there is gain in potential, and for gain in potential, sign should be positive. Now by practice, you will write this fast. Okay, so this is 20 plus 20 volt. I'm writing the sign plus here. Next, after this 20, the resistance is here. So what is potential across this resistance? Yes, it can be written as V is equals to IR. Potential is nothing but voltage is equals to current into resistance. So how much is the current? It is I1. And how much is the resistance? 10 ohm. So I will write current into resistance is nothing but 10 I1. Now what will be the sign for this potential? For this type of sign convention, we are looking at the both the directions, current direction as well as path direction. As both are in same direction, sign should be negative. For same direction, sign should be negative. Let's move towards the CF branch. Okay. Now in this branch, the resistance is 10 ohm and current is how much? In CF branch, current is flowing I1 plus I2. So I am writing 10 into bracket I1 plus I2. Okay, so what will be the sign? Again, look at the path and direction of current. Path is downward, current is downward. Both the directions are same. So again, sign will be negative. And next branch, FA, nothing is connected between FA branch. So no need to write. So this is about this loop. We have completed all the resistances, batteries connected in this loop. So we have written here this equation, equate this equation to 0. Now let's simplify this equation. How we will simplify this? Just you have to solve it. Now let's solve. This 20 I am writing as it is, minus 10 I1 as it is. I am multiplying this minus 10 into I1. It will become minus 10 I1 minus 10 into I2 minus 10 I2 is equals to 0. Now minus 10 I1 minus 10 I1 will become minus 20 I1. This 20 as it is, minus 10 minus 10 minus 20 I1, and this minus 10 I2 as it is equals to 0. Now rearranging the equation, this 20 I will keep as it is, and this minus 20 I will take that side, it will become plus. This minus 10 I2 I will take this side, that will become positive. So it will be equals to 20 I1 plus 10 I2. Okay. Now again I can simplify this equation. You can keep up to this if you want, but I will simplify as I will divide this equation by 10. So what will be 20 by 10? It will become 2. 20 by 10 again, it will 2. 10 by 10, it will be 1. That means only I2. So what is your equation? 2I1 plus I2 is equals to 2. This is your equation number 1. As we got equation number 1 for this first loop, let's move towards the next loop. So first thing is write the name of loop. So loop C D E F C. C D E F C. This is my loop name, and again the path I am selecting will be clockwise. If you want to select anti-clockwise, you can select. So this is my clockwise path in this circuit. Okay, so I am marking the arrows. Now let's move towards the equation. So which things are here? Let's start from this 20 volt. So this 20 I am writing as it is 20, and sign, this is negative, this is positive terminal. As path is from, just look at the path, it is from positive to negative. That means higher to lower. How path is higher to lower means drop in potential. So for drop in potential, sign will be minus 20. Next component or next branch we are going to see is nothing but CD. In CD branch, what is connected? 10 ohm resistance. And how much current is flowing through CD? It is I2. Look at the directions. This is my direction of I2 and this is the direction of path. Both the directions are opposite. So sign should be positive. For opposite directions, sign should be positive. Now next branch, CF branch. So what is connected first in CF branch? 10 ohm resistance. And how much current is flowing through CF? I1 plus I2. What will be the sign? The current direction is downward and path, look at the path, it is upward. So directions are opposite. So sign means sign is positive. Next, after this 10 ohm, 10 volt battery. So 10 I am writing as it is. Look at the path direction. This is negative terminal of battery, this is positive, and path is going from negative to positive. That means lower to higher, gain in potential. So sign should be positive. So this is your equation. You are going to equate it to 0. Nothing is connected between F and E. So no need to write anything. Now let's solve this equation. Minus 20 I am writing as it is. Okay. Plus 10 I2 I am writing as it is. Now I am solving this bracket. 10 I1 plus 10 I2 plus 10 is equals to 0. Now let's solve. Equal terms. There is nothing for 10 I1. So only it is I am writing. 10 I2 plus 10 I2 will be plus 20 I2. Minus 20 plus 10 minus 10 is equals to 0. So this minus 10 I will move towards this. So it will become plus. So next step, 10 I1 plus 20 I2 is equals to 10. So you can give it as equation number 2, or further you can solve it if possible. So how I can reduce this equation? Again I will divide this whole equation by 10. So what will happen? 10 by 10, 1 I1. 20 by 10, 2 I2. 10 by 10, 1. So this is your equation number 2. Now we got two equations. Equation number 1 you have, equation number 2. So here you can see this is your equation number 1, this is your equation number 2. So I am again writing here equation number 1 as it is. 2I1 plus I2 is equals to 2. This is my first equation which we have got from this first loop. Now let's solve these equations and we will get the values of current I1 and I2. How to solve these equations? To solve this such a types of equations, we have to equate the terms regarding this I1 or I2. Now how to equate the coefficients? It is again up to you. Whether you want to equate the coefficients of I1, you can. If you want to equate the coefficients of I2, you can. So how to equate? Let's see. My equation number 2 is this one and equation number 1 is this one. So here what is the coefficient for I1? It is 1, right? What is the coefficient for I1 here? It is 2. So how I will equate? Either I have to make here 2 or here 1. So both can become same. So let's make equation number 2 multiply by 2. Means look at this equation. I am keeping this as it is. I am not touching this equation number 1. I am keeping it as it is. What I am going to do with equation 2? Multiply equation 2 by 2. Means multiplying this whole equation by 2. So what will get? 2 into 1, 2I1. 2 into 2, 4I2. 2 into 1 is equals to 2. So this new equation I am getting by multiplying whole equation by 2. So let's give it the equation number 3. So here I have written equation 1 and 3 below each other. And now what to do? Whether we have to add this to equation or we have to subtract this equation. Okay, we have made the coefficients equal. For I1 here it is 2, for I1 here it is 2. So our job is done to making the coefficient equal. Once we made the coefficient equal, we have to cancel out the terms. Okay, for this we are making it equal. That's why we can cancel it out. So how it is possible to cancel? If it is positive, it cannot be cancelled. It will get add plus 2I1 plus 2I1. So to cancel, I have to subtract this equation. Okay, so it will become minus. That means I have to multiply all these terms of equation 3 negative. So let's see. Equation 3 become minus 2I1 minus 4I2 is equals to minus 2. So this is my new equation 3. Okay, so this new equation for 3 and original I1 I am writing as it is. I1 equation 1 2I1 plus I2 is equals to 2. This is my first equation. You can look, it is I am writing as it is and I am making the changes in 3. Someone can do the changes in 1 and keeping second equation as it is. Answer will be same. And third equation, new last one equation I got, minus 2I1 minus 4I2 is equals to minus 2. Now plus 2I1 minus 2I1 can get cancelled. Okay. Now plus I2 minus 4I2, how much it is? Means minus 4 plus 1 will minus 3I2. And again this plus 2 minus 2 will get cancelled. Okay, I just want to make one correction here. Just come back to our loop number 1. What we have written the equation, look at the equation loop number 1. It is 20 volt. We have written for 20. For 10, we have written minus 10 I1. For this 10, we have written minus 10 I1 plus I2. Yes, we forgot to write this 10 volt. So mention here in your equation, you can make the correction for this 10 volt battery. And what will be the sign for this 10 volt? Just look at the path. Path is from higher to lower, downward path, higher to lower. What will be the sign? Higher to lower means drop in potential. So sign should be minus. So just make the correction everywhere. You have to 20 minus 10. How much it will be? It will be 10. So here it will be 10. Okay. Wherever we have written 20, you have to make it 10. So what will be here? Here we are dividing this equation by 10. So this will become 1. 10 by 10 will become 1. 20 by 10 will become 2. But remaining terms will be as it is. Just we have forgot. So there will be a correction in your equation number 1. equation 1 will be like this. 2i1 plus i2 is equals to 1. This is your equation number 1. So let's solve now. This is your equation number 2. No correction in equation number 2. Just make the correction in equation number 1. Here it is 1. Okay. What we have done next? Multiplying equation 2 by 2. So equation 1 multiplied with 2, we got this one. So after this, we are writing or keeping equation 1 as it is. Okay. So let's move towards our solving of equation 1 and 2. I have written here corrected equation 1. 2i1 plus i2 is equals to 1. In previous, we have written here 2. We have made the correction. So this is your equation number 1. Equation 2 is as it is. So after getting equation 1 and 2, what we have done? We have multiplied equation 2 by 2. So what equation we got? After multiplying equation 2 by 2, it is nothing but 2i1 plus 4i2 is equals to 2. So we have given it as a equation number 3. Again what we have done, as we have to cancel the terms 2i1 and 2i1 and both are positive. So it is need to be one should be negative. So what I am going to do again I am multiplying this equation 3 with minus 1. So all the terms of equation 3 will become minus or negative. So here I got the negative terms minus 2i1 minus 4i2 is equals to minus 2 and I am giving it a new name as a equation number 4. Now let's consider equation 1 and 4. I am adding equation 1 and 4 here. You can see here equation 1 as it is, equation 4 as it is. I am adding. So after addition of these equations, plus 2i1 minus 2i1 will get cancelled. Plus 1i2 minus 4i2 will become minus 3i2. Right, and plus 1 minus 2, how much it is? It will be minus 1. So both sides having negative sign, so negative signs will cancel each other. So you will get 3i2 is equals to 1. So what will be the i2? I2 will be 1 by 3. And what is the unit for current? SI unit. No need to forgot, write the unit. So current I2 we got is 1 by 3 ampere. Okay, so same way you can find out I1. You can have a look in this circuit. We got the value of I2. How much it is? We got this value as 1 by 3 ampere. Now we have to find current through each resistors. So we need to find the current through this all resistances is nothing but I1. How we will find this I1? So write your equation number 1 as it is. What was our equation 1? It is 2i1 plus i2 is equals to 1. This was our equation number 1. I am writing as it is. Put the value of i2. Now you know the value of i2. How much it is? 1 by 3. So 2i1 plus 1 by 3 is equals to 1. So 2i1 is equals to 1 minus 1 by 3. This plus will go here and will become negative. So solve this. 3 into cross multiplication 1 is 3. 1 divided by 3. So it will become 2 by 3. This 2i1 as it is. So 2i1 is equals to 3 minus 1 by 3. That is nothing but 2 by 3. This 2 is multiply here. Right. This will get divide at that side. Means I'm writing the one more step. Okay, this is what we got. So I1 is equals to what you get? This 2, here it is multiplied, here it will get divided. So it will get cancelled and you will get the value of I1 is again 1 by 3. So these are the two values of current you get, I1 and I2. Okay. And total current you can find I1 and I1 plus I2 you can find, but it is not asked. Still you can find. Let's consider I is equals to I1 plus I2. You can add both the currents. So what will be the final value of current? It will be, so you can write it as is cross multiplication or by taking LCM. You can solve by any way. So it will become 2 by 3. So students, this is the way of solving the two loop equation. What was our aim? Our aim was finding the current through each resistance, means every resistance connected in circuit, whatever the current flowing through this, we have to find it out. Means for example, this is 10 ohm resistance. How much current is flowing through this 10 ohm? I1. So you need to calculate the value of I1. How much we got the value of I1? It is 1/3 ampere. Here for this 10 ohm, how much current is flowing? I2. So we need to find the value of I2. It is 1/3. And how much current is flowing through this 10 ohm? It is I1 plus I2. So how much I1 plus I2? It is 2/3 ampere. So these are our final answers. Value of I1, value of I2 and I. Okay. This is what the way of solving the equation. I hope all of you have understood this.